Good morning. We're going to do a quick audio test. We've got somebody with a phone in another room. So this is their test, and we will find out momentarily if we're good to start. Alicia, hopefully you can hear me. Test, test, test.
Mic on? Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, it was good. It was just a little delayed, but I think we are good to get started. All set? Okay, we'll try that again. Good morning. Welcome to our inaugural Iron Brewer home brewing competition. We are sitting here today at the beautiful Endeavour Brewing Company in St. Albert, Alberta. We're joined by special guest, one of our honorary judges this morning, Georgia Atkins. And your husband is lurking around somewhere in the brewery as well too. He stepped away, but we've got Matt here as well. So just want to start by thanking our host this morning. If you have never been to Endeavour Brewing in St. Albert here, it's probably actually one of the larger breweries in the city for seating capacity. They've got an amazing roastery business, which we're going to talk and learn a little bit more from Georgia in just a moment here. But great spot to check out whether you're looking for a coffee or a brew. So that's actually where I'd like to start this morning, is just learning a little bit more about the Endeavour story from Matt and Georgia. And why don't you just tell our audience this morning a little bit about your business?
Sure. So we've been open now for it'll be 8 years coming up in June, which is crazy. Time flies. In that time, we have done a lot of different things. We've expanded to double the capacity, so we have 120 seats in our tap room. So I think we are the largest capacity in the city.
Nice.
Maybe Campio might have a little bit, but more than us. But other than that, yeah, we are and then Matt started home brewing just like all the rest of you out there, what we're judging today. So he started in university a very long time ago. And then, our travels took us all over the place, and every place we go, we like to drink craft beer. And out of that grew him really wanting to open his own craft brewery. So it took him 10 years to convince me that this might be a great idea. And here we are 8 years later. So his beer, obviously, he scaled it up into the big system and has obviously been able to play with a whole lot of different kinds of beer since then. And the coffee roaster entered the scene 5 years ago in COVID. We had just expanded into the second half of taking over another bay as COVID hit, which was super good time for expansion. And we picked up Brenner here, and the coffee roasting is my baby, so that's what I took on and what I do.
Did I catch that right? Did you call it Brenner? It has a
Brenner,
name?
yeah, he
That's
has
the
a-
name.
it has a
Okay,
name,
nice.
yes.
And Matt, do you name all of your brewing equipment as well too? No?
He's temperamental. He's old.
Okay.
He's from West Germany, is where Brenner is from, and Brenner means made with fire in German, so that is where he got his name. Yeah.
Well, correct me if I'm not mistaken, but you are the first Edmonton brewery to really take on the roasting coffee business
Yeah.
as well too. So
Yeah.
that's really interesting. I mean, it seems like really opportune timing because we're seeing a lot of great roasteries come into Edmonton, but nobody has really taken that brewing and coffee business
Yeah.
and put them together. So, like, what sparked that idea?
Essentially, it was the fact that we needed to diversify, right? COVID taught us something, which was coming into COVID taught us like diversification is key. And we like our spirits a lot, but we don't have patience for the kind of spirits that we like to drink. So we were not really interested in distilling anything. So that was like, okay, and we're, not huge soda, we're not huge pop drinkers. So that kind of took that off the table. So then we were looking at other avenues, and we both really enjoy coffee. So it was like our other thing that we really enjoy. So we're like, all right, and yeah, it allows us to be open more hours and hit a different demographic, and yeah, it's been great.
Well, I think most brewers, and we've actually got a great group that you can't see on camera here today. We've got probably another 10 or more home brewers that have joined us, many of them with entries here today. But I think most of us would agree, coffee and beer, like two of the greatest things that
Yeah.
go together very well, which we'll talk about in a second, but as well too. It's two things very near and dear to our hearts, right?
Yes,
So,
yeah.
I guess that's a good segue into the competition today, the style of beer that we're going to be talking about, which is mixing coffee and beer together, which there's quite a few techniques that you can do with that, different styles. I guess, Matt, you're in the background as well, too. Give us a little bit of an insight into the creative aspect of mixing coffee and beer together, and where your mind sits with that.
Coffee and beer, you basically kind of have to complement it. And one of the things that we really found was that the kind of the coffee will impact the beer a fair bit. So like right now, Georgia does a lot of single origin. So we found that like the Guatemalan has different characteristics that go well with different beers. So we do coffee beer a lot. Like right now, we have one on called Better Latte Than Ever, and we use the El Salvador. So it is a stout. With our one before that was a
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that, and we like the flavors that came with the Guatemalan as opposed to that. So that's one of the things that we do is we always kind of set up a panel and we have the beer and we pour a little bit of coffee in it and see which one we like better. And like some of them are bad, and some of them are fantastic,
Some of
right?
them I really
so
want to work.
so
It just doesn't.
like tasting is usually either very you want complemented or kind of counter, right? And when it comes to beer and coffee, I find it has to be very similar and complementive to it as
Yep.
opposed to the other way around. So
Okay, amazing. Well, I want to dig into that a little bit more, the trial and error type component of working the two together, because from a homebrewing level, you've kind of got one shot at it for the most part, right? Most brewers are making like a 5-gallon batch. Maybe they're splitting parts of it into smaller increments, but they don't often have the luxury of tasting 5 different techniques or 5 different types of beans, right? So, and of course, they're not probably going to make 10 batches of coffee beer throughout the year. So, I'm curious on your standpoint, like what type of techniques or processes you have to just evaluate the different techniques that you're using for coffee and what works best for your standard.
I always put it on the cold side, on the secondary.
Okay.
So basically, we're making a cold brew coffee, right? And that gets rid of a lot of the astringency that you would get if you were to have it in the kettle. So that's how we do it. So we'll take like the beer that's we'll cool it down a little bit, and we'll just pull samples. It'll be a young beer, not carved, and then we just start adding our coffee into that.
Nice.
And so we'll make like pour overs with the coffee, and then just kind of pour it in there and see where you get the flavors from.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Sean is going to put up his hand and volunteer next time you need a objective taster.
Yes. But we haven't found actually a beer, like we've tried coffee with almost all our beers, and even like the IPAs are surprising.
Really?
Yes.
IPAs, okay.
That's on my hit list to like make a collab, because we call it our collabs, right? So like
Yep.
coffee and IPA collab next or soon someday.
What would you say is the most ambitious coffee beer or beer with coffee that you have experimented or made to date?
Probably the Java, the hop.
Yeah.
Java the hop.
So it was just a cream ale, so you got that nice creaminess from the corn and everything, and then most people were expecting, you tell them it's a coffee beer, that it's going to be dark, and then you pour it out of the can, and then mine is just kind of blowing. It's like, why is it not dark? Why does it taste like coffee? But the coffee adds very little coloring to the beer, to be honest.
Okay.
That's one thing that we've really discovered as well. And it was just a great summertime because it was still light and crisp, and then you got a touch of that coffee, so it was quite popular over the summer months.
Okay, great. Well, I guess just to check off our boxes, like how to use coffee in beer brewing, I think there's probably three main techniques. Hot side is, I think, becoming less and less common for, I guess, the sensitivities or the risks in over extraction, getting too much acidity or tannin in the beer over bitterness.
Yes.
But you can still use that technique, which is basically adding your coffee addition very near the end of the boil, right?
Yep.
Within a few minutes, really.
Yep.
So you're saying your brewery, like you don't use that approach?
No,
Okay.
I've always just done it on the cold side, just by basically making a cold brew with it, because that tannins is where you don't want that astringency or tannins coming through.
Yep.
And I guess it depends on how fast you can cool.
Yep.
Right. So and then I'm doing 15 hex or more, so it takes me about 30 to 40 minutes to cool. So lots of opportunity for that to happen.
Okay.
And then the other way too is by adding it into the secondary. That allows me to adjust the level of coffee. So I just put it in bags in there, and then when it's keep taste testing, and then when it's done, I just pull out the bag and away we go.
Interesting. Okay.
So again, I can control the variables a little bit better.
Okay, so you are doing some secondary fermentation additions, right? Are you also doing like additions at more of like a packaging stage, like whether it's a bright tank or before it goes into the can, or
Nope.
just always in the secondary?
Just always in the secondary.
Okay. Okay, great. I think from a home brewing standpoint, there's again a mix of a few techniques. You might also apply that secondary fermentation technique, but what I know a lot of homebrewers have had great success with is adding it straight to the keg or at time of bottling, whether that's an extract or actually dry beaning it, similar to dry hopping. I've got a fun experiment going on right now, which isn't ready for this today, but I literally just took 6 coffee beans and I threw it into a bottle of a porter that I had some excess, I guess, beer that I wasn't going to package, and threw some priming sugar in there. We'll see how it turns out. I've never done anything like that. It might just explode on me. It might pour like crap, but
We will find out.
we will find out. I'm going to try to bring it to the next meeting, which I believe is April 6th. That is just after Easter. And if you're curious to see how that turns out and whether it explodes in my face, we'll find out then. But lots of different ways that you can play with coffee, obviously, and that's the great thing. Just like hops are the varieties, the uniquenesses, the roast levels, the regions that they are coming from, all very, very different. But I think the important thing is, like hops, get quality as well too. You're not going to put Folgers pre-ground mix into your coffee, or if you did today, maybe that'll be fun to see what it turns out to be. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, we're fortunate, just like hops now, to have great access to so many amazing beans and roasteries. So I am looking forward to trying some of your beers here later today, of course. But we are here to taste some homebrewing examples of coffee and beer mixed together. How many entries do we have total, Sean? We have 14. Okay, well done. That's, I think, about the exact same number we had last year when we were doing Special B as our ingredient, which was a fun one. So we're going to take a very similar format to what we did last year. We're going to taste the beers one by one in a kind of a blind setting, so we can see them kind of just out of the corner of our eye. We do not know whose beer is whose. Myself and Georgia actually do not know what styles or I guess any of the details that were provided in that sign-up spreadsheet that many of you used. So wanted to go into this as blind as possible. I know some of the brewers are here with us today, but we're going to learn a little bit about each beer from our stewards who serve them, any of the notes that you put into the spreadsheet that we should know. But we are not using a BJCP scoring format here today, so there's no 50-point scoring. We are going to just take a little bit more of a casual approach to discuss the beer, to talk about it, analyze it, share kind of our feedbacks. What we are looking for, of course, is that the ingredient, the coffee, is showcased. I'll be careful in saying I almost want it to be the star of the beer, but at the same time, I think there can also be some really great complementary things going on, right? If we like, the great thing about Iron Brewer is we get creativity. That's what we love to see, right? Like you don't want to play it safe. You're not trying to hit this perfect BJCP style where you've got every little detail fine. It's like we want to see some creative energy in this. So there's usually maybe some extra brownie points that go towards those brewers that take a risk. Sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't, but that's okay. So we'll say coffee is distinctive, it is signature in this beer because you could make the world's greatest IPA and we could be tasting it. If it doesn't have coffee in it today, well, it's not going to be what we're looking for to take home this bad boy. So how's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. Can we ask our stewards if there's any notes for this first beer that we should know that the brewer wanted us to know about before we dive in? While we get those details, so the format we're going to use, we're going to taste all 14 individually, and then we are going to, as a group, pick our top 5 beers that stood out, and then we are going to re-pour the second bottle of those top 5 beers, and we're going to rank them 1 to 5 as a group consensus.
So you have a light 3% lager with Ethiopian coffee in it.
Okay, so we have a light lager, 3% you said specifically, with Ethiopian beans. Okay, great. We didn't have any details on the technique that was used. No. Okay. Don't know anything about that technique. That's perfectly fine. That'll keep us guessing, but looks like a lager.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It
Some
smells
nice
like a
head
lager.
retention
It
on it.
smells like. I don't get a lot of coffee on my nose though.
Okay.
I don't get coffee, but I get definitely that it's a lager. Pretty.
It is pretty.
And you've got a visual of the beer as well too, right?
No, the camera disconnect.
The camera disconnect. Okay, so you're going to have to rely on us trying to get this camera close, but we've got nice clarity on the beer. Carbonation looks like it's spot on. I haven't tasted it yet, but some good head retention. We're first looking at the aromatics. Georgia, you're saying it's not as prominent as maybe you were
Yeah, for
looking for?
Yeah,
Okay.
for coffee, like I get, but
Yeah, I would agree. Like it's very subtle, right? Like,
very subtle.
very
Yeah,
subtle.
I can
I get
start,
the lager notes, but I don't get a ton of coffee notes. But
if I look for it, I can start to get some of those like green peppery kind of coffee notes, right? Which I'm a big fan of. I love that, but they are very subtle. So let's see how it tastes.
tell that's an Ethiopian.
That's an Ethiopian.
Yeah, you can definitely tell just from the. Yeah.
Well, tell us more,
Interesting.
actually. No, like you are our coffee connoisseur here. So, like, what is distinctive with an Ethiopian
And you're getting like
coffee bean?
you're getting more of the berry and the it's yeah.
So you're getting more of the coffee character on the taste now
Oh yeah,
of the beer?
100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially after like 6-3.
I like the base beer, like a little bit on the sweeter side, which
It's,
for a
yeah,
lager
creamy
I'm
and-
not
yeah.
turned off by.
Yeah.
Again, from a base beer standpoint, I think it's well executed. Like
Absolutely.
clarity-wise, head retention, drinkability.
Yeah.
What's your word? Crushability?
It's crushable.
Is it crushable? Needs crushable, Sarah?
No,
Had I not known it was a home brewing competition, I probably would have thought this was one of like a commercial brand almost.
yeah, it's very
It's
good.
very well balanced.
Yeah, absolutely. Not
Yeah.
a flaw to this beer.
No, it's very good.
So, like I said, we've got a great base beer. It's just, okay, now where does the coffee fit in? And I mean, this was a safer hand on this beer, right? Like, obviously, they made more of a sessionable lager, which, I think it's safe to assume you kind of make the coffee a little bit more sessionable as well, too. So, aromatics, we kind of agreed,
Yeah,
it's not as distinctive.
subtle.
It's
Yeah.
subtle, okay.
Yeah.
But taste-wise, we're getting more of it. Ethiopian is clear. This is a good breakfast beer. We're still in that breakfast
Yeah.
category, I think, right? It's before noon. So I think this was a great first start. Anything else you want to talk about for this beer? Okay.
I enjoy it. It's very
Yeah,
good.
it's quite
Okay.
lovely.
Very good.
All right. Well done to this brewer.
Yeah.
Well executed,
Very
and
nice.
you're getting us off to a good start. So, Sean, we're ready for the next one. So as we go along, again, we're gonna have 14, maybe just, I don't know, some reminder to yourself as we go back. Once you taste all 14, it's like, okay, let's pick the 5 and we'll figure out that science when we get there. Session lager.
Yep.
Yes. Or are we keeping our?
Wanted to keep it.
Pardon
You
me?
want to keep it just
Do we want to?
up a little bit.
Yeah, as long as we don't mix them up, that's great. Thank
Touch
you.
the mic.
Okay, and just to warn everybody, if you, Sean, are you sharing whose beer this is or what number it is with the group so that they know when theirs is up? Okay, we are mixing up the order from the spreadsheet that you used to sign up. So we are trying to go from lightest to darkest, essentially, as you can see with our first 2 beers here. So what we will do is get the notes for this next beer, and hopefully you can recognize if it is your own creation based on that. We've got a blonde ale, okay, and we're just checking to see if there's any notes that the brewer left us on this one.
Just blonde ale. That's
Just
it.
blonde ale?
That's it.
Oh, notes on the back. Oh, okay.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee and hops.
Coffee and hops.
I like it.
Okay, so that was
I
all the
hope so.
details? Okay. Blonde.
Perfect.
Coffee and hops.
Coffee and
Yeah.
hops. I like it.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm in.
Well, it has a more coffee look to it. It's got a darker blonde.
Slightly darker hue, right? But again, great clarity. We've got some nice head retention, so I'm expecting we've got a good base beer here again.
Ooh, there's coffee.
Oh,
Yes.
that one.
Yes.
So right away, more intensity on the aromatics of the coffee on this one. Would you like to take a stab at potentially what type of coffee might have been used here?
Like,
Hard to tell.
hard to tell. I'm getting some chocolatey notes though, so. I'm guessing something on a more darker roast.
Okay.
Maybe Colombian or Peru, but
Smells very good.
It smells lovely. Definitely getting the hops from the first. I really enjoyed the aromatics
yeah.
on this one.
I'm not getting a ton of taste transfer into the beer,
No, it's weird. This smell and the taste aren't like, the taste is lovely, but it's not what I would expect from the aromatics, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's nothing.
No.
It's good.
Yep. I agree. I think the aromatics are the strength of this beer. Exactly what we're probably looking for on that category. The taste, yeah, I get what you're saying, right? Where it's not the aromatics, the flavor intensity doesn't match what we were like smelling, right?
Yeah.
It is definitely lighter. For me, I'm picking up some astringency too. I don't know if you got that. A little bit of tickling on the tip of your tongue on the finish, right?
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Did you get that? Okay. Yeah. So that could be the
yeah.
technique used with the coffee, right? And again, we talked
be.
about whether it's added during the boil versus cold side, or just even sometimes, what the quality of the bean was and the contact time. But there's a little bit of astringency here, right? Which, I mean, is okay in coffee-based beers, but when it becomes a little overwhelming is when it can become problematic. Again, I'm not turned off by it. It's not overwhelming.
I get
by
like
any
coffee
means.
right at the very beginning, and then like on the taste, I'm getting coffee right at the very beginning, and then it morphs into. Yeah,
Okay.
but there's nothing. Yeah.
I think it's a solid beer.
Yeah.
It is a
And
solid
again,
beer.
It's a solid beer.
really love the aromatics, that chocolatey coffee profile.
Yep.
Technique-wise, I don't know, just I guess unanimously, it's like if we could get a little bit more coffee flavor into that beer, I
Yep.
think it would benefit. And again, just a little bit of astringency. So technique-wise, I don't know, I'd be curious what they used. But again, another really solid beer, and like the base beer that was made underneath, I think was really well executed. So good job to whoever this was. Ready for the next one?
Right in the book.
Okay. Now, this is our first beer with a little bit of haze now, by the looks of it. I don't know if that's for the style or is that condensation? No, that's haze.
It's a Kolsch.
Okay. So we've got a Kolsch. Okay.
Alright, let's see if we have any.
All right. So I don't know if you can see
Yellow,
that in the
light,
picture,
and drinkable.
but this beer we've got not as good a clarity as the first two, but I'm curious to see if that is through like a beaning technique, dry beaning technique potentially. What are the notes that we've got here?
Yellow, light, and drinkable.
And we'll find out if there's coffee in it in a moment as well too.
I feel like Kolsch can have a little bit of haze to it.
Yes.
Style. So.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that smells.
What are you getting for the aromatics on this one?
Almost a chocolatey coffee.
I'm getting a more
I'm
like
getting quite a bit
earthy.
of hop character in there too.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting this
Yeah.
like citrusy, almost lemon note as
Okay, I
well
can see
too.
that.
Are you
Yeah.
finding that?
Yeah, and
Okay.
like I get some earthy notes from like I think the coffee's giving
think,
it earthy
yeah.
tones, and then the hops might be giving it
I would
the
say
Kolsch, the citrus.
chocolatey note that I was getting is more like your baker's chocolate rather than a sweet.
Okay. For me, I'm almost getting more like of an overall hop kind of aromatic
Aromatic.
character than coffee, but it's interesting. It's unique. Let's see how it tastes.
Yeah, I am getting some of that. Yeah, lemon citrus, but
Okay.
I get more earth.
Yeah.
definitely get coffee in the taste as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm getting some of that sweeter astringency happening on my tongue as well at the end.
I think this is the first one for me that has like clear tannin to
Yeah.
it. My mouth is
Yeah.
drying out
Drying
on the
out,
finish of this. It's a very long, lingering flavor. The first two that we had were like pretty crisp, right? And especially that first lager, it like was off your palate quite quickly. This one is lingering quite some time, and it's drying out your palate as you go. That's what we call astringency. If you're a wine drinker, you know, you feel it in your mouth, and that's what we're getting almost certainly from like the coffee technique that was used in this beer. So interesting that this one's got a little bit more haze, that it's got a little higher astringency. So technique-wise, it would be interesting to know what was used here. And I might guess that it was a hot side addition, potentially.
Yeah.
I'd say definitely for the aroma and taste, I think it actually, like, flavor profile, they match. What I'm smelling is sort of what I'm tasting as well.
I mean, the fun thing is it's got some complexity, right?
Yeah.
Like we're picking up on these different notes: lemon, herbal, earthy,
yeah.
the coffee,
And I think
right?
maybe that lemon is adding to that, like what we are perceiving as astringency,
Yeah.
right? I think that could be
Yep.
adding to that.
So for me, I'm attracted to the complexity of this beer, but I don't know if it's all coming together. Like that base beer with the coffee. Again, for me, again, perhaps these hops are clashing a little bit with the type of coffee that was used or the technique. But I find it interesting to
It
drink.
is very interesting.
Anything else you want to talk about this beer?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not undrinkable. It's
No.
quite,
It is drinkable.
definitely drinkable,
It is drinkable.
as it says.
Sean, you're a big Kolsch guy. What do you like for carbonation on a Kolsch? Fairly high, like medium plus? Okay. All right, we're medium low on this one. I'd say like low plus. So that might help this beer overall too, just to brighten it up, a little higher carbonation level. And again, techniques wise for getting this into a bottle the day before, maybe this thing just flattened out from what it was in the keg or didn't have enough time to bottle condition. But just to get granular, I think, yeah, bring up the carbonation a little bit on it, and it just brightens out maybe some of these notes that we've got in here.
Good, yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready for the next.
It's always a good day tasting beer.
It's a great day.
I can't get too drunk. Well, I can.
Maybe eventually when we run out of room. Nice to have them just go back to if we need to for now, but we'll eventually run out of space.
I'm just keeping our tasting notes so that we can figure
Yeah,
out what.
We don't, this
perfect.
was the first one.
Let's try to keep yours on the table then,
Okay.
so we have the reminders afterwards. Okay, we got some head retention on this one. This is looking
Oh.
good.
That is nice
That there if
fluffy.
you want to get rid of those.
Okay, what do we have?
We have an English golden ale with
Oh, hello.
hello Catcher coffee, cherry golden ale, 5%, cascara steeped in whirlpool and tincture added in fermenter. Cascara is the cherry encasing coffee bean.
Interesting.
Excellent. I learned something new today.
Okay. I will say, I like when we get this level of detail, and for those that are doing your first Iron Brewer as well too, it can be an advantage to talk a little bit more about, you know, the uniqueness of a beer, right? To say like, hey, I've gone a little extra distance with either this ingredient or the technique, and maybe it'll pay off, right? And again, when we go into a beer just knowing coffee and hops in it, you know, it's, I guess, well, I mean, it might be limiting our perception, right? So this format for Iron Brewer for the future, I think it's to your advantage usually to kind of share a little bit more detail into any uniquenesses that you did or extra distance that you went for the ingredient. Because this sounds really good. I mean, Cascara. Let's talk about that. I don't know what Cascara is. Does our resident coffee expert?
It's just there's different techniques when you're drying beans, and so this one, it's they'll actually leave the fruit on said bean. They won't pull it off, and so it's dried that way. So it can add it can add a whole bunch of different things to the different type of bean, depending on terroir it's coming from. So the region it's coming from.
Okay, awesome. So we might have a coffee connoisseur that brewed this.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
This is no Folgers in your cup right here, apparently.
No, so yeah.
Okay,
We'll see
and
what happens.
Our base beer is a British Golden Ale.
English.
Yeah.
English
Okay.
Golden Ale.
Fantastic. Let's see how we look.
So we might not like it, the word cherry. It just means how it was. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to get cherry. So I'm curious as to how they interpreted it.
I am picking up cherry note.
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing. Like, are we expecting cherry from that type?
Not necessarily.
Okay. So that would be
That's-
probably our esters from our yeast then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It could, yeah. But again, it just depends on how this particular brewer perceived that. Maybe they're playing into it and they want to have those cherry notes. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm getting yeast esters.
Mhm.
Oh. The coffee is there right at the very beginning. Yep.
So what I find interesting about this one is, like, the brewer clearly, made extra efforts to do multiple coffee techniques, right? They did a whirlpool technique, and then they also
Right.
did
Added in
the tincture.
tincture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But so I was expecting, prominent coffee, and I'm not getting it, right? Like, I'm getting like those English estery notes first and foremost
Yep.
prominent, right? Those red fruits, which are really great. I find myself kind of looking for the coffee in the rest of the beer. But how do you feel about it?
I would actually, I think I would agree with that. The aroma, I'm definitely picking up a lot of cherry notes. Not subtle, I would say more cherry notes than the coffee notes. I can smell the coffee, but it's not as prominent. And then on the taste, I think I'm having more of a cherry taste to that. So the taste again matches the aroma that I'm picking up on. But I am getting some of the coffee, and I find I'm also getting it's lingering a little bit.
I'm feeling that maybe there was too much coffee added, and that's where we're getting, like it just hit that tipping point that it went too far on the almost bittering side of the coffee. If that
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah,
So
I think if it would dialed it back just a little bit, it might have showcased it a little bit better for me. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it.
I would love this on a hot day, hot summer morning, sitting out just before noon, so you're not drinking beer too early.
yeah.
I'm getting like the cherry, but
And
I
will
think
say,
it's just adding a little too.
these lighter beers, these are the toughest with the coffee balance, right?
Yep.
Where
Yep.
it is a fine line
Yep.
between not enough, too much, just right. Whereas as we get to the darker beers, the stouts, the porters, like, that's a natural complementary
It is.
character
It's
of it, right?
easier to do. This is much harder.
Exactly. So to get
Yeah.
the coffee to stand on its own in this style, I'll applaud
Yeah.
the brewers for going
Yeah.
after it. It's
Yeah.
just it's trickier. But interesting. We kind of have different mindsets on this one. You're saying
Mm-hmm.
like there might be a little bit too much coffee in this. For me, like, I'm struggling to find it amongst those English esters.
I think that like those are there's very complementary flavors. Does that make sense? As English and this particular style of coffee.
Yeah.
And so that might be just the dominating. Anyway,
Yeah.
interesting.
I think we can all
Okay.
agree, though, it's a very, like, it's a well-made beer,
It
again,
is
too.
well-made beer, yeah.
Tasty, so well done, well executed, too.
Yeah.
Like, carbonation spot on for this style as well, too, that
yeah.
low to medium range. So, well-made beer to whoever the brewer was.
Yep.
Excellent.
Next one, yep.
Game on.
Cascara.
Cascara.
I'm surprised I've never heard of that before. Cascara. Sounds like Cascade, right?
It does. Maybe that was the pairing of the hops.
Maybe.
You never know.
It's starting to get darker now.
Okay, we're getting a little darker.
Vienna lager.
Thank you. Oh gosh, and we are having a Vienna lager. All right. With notes of Vienna lager with a splash of Hogarth coffee malt and coffee.
Fun.
Ooh, nice play on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got our first beer that we know of that has actually used coffee malt with an additional coffee addition. So I'm
That's
excited to
what's
see how this
providing
turns
that.
out. Vienna Lager, one of my favorite. Well, I was going to say summer beers, but I don't need an excuse to drink it in the summer. Any time of the year.
That's what's giving it the color, I would guess, is our malt.
Yeah, a little bit of haze to this one as well too, but
Yeah.
not bad. Nice color though.
Smells coffee.
Fruity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very fruity. Very. I almost get a cherry, like a sweet
Yes. Yeah.
cherry.
Almost get that that red nib licorice, like not true licorice, but
Yeah,
Yeah, you nailed it there.
Yeah, yeah.
like I can pick out candy anywhere.
Okay, what do we think?
I'm still getting that sweet cherry with the coffee all the way through. I think that is just a product of the bean that they used that's carrying through.
I quite enjoy this one because what I'm picking up for like the aromatics is
Is what you're tasting.
exactly what I'm tasting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. I think it's a good style choice as well too, right? Like a Vienna lager, that breadiness, some crackeriness, I think complements well like the coffee character, but in this case that coffee is clearly got like a fruitier character, right? That nibs like you described, and I think aromatics and flavors work well together. Again, some astringency on this one, like it's drying out your mouth as you drink it, which I would expect is like the coffee specifically again,
Yeah.
but tasty, certainly.
It's very tasty.
Yep.
Yeah, very good. Well done to our brewer.
This is going to be very difficult, I think, in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving the fact that so many people went for lighter beers.
Yep.
This is, yeah.
I think this one is really nicely balanced so
Yeah.
far out of our mix, but I'll be honest, I'm still waiting for that really a bolder coffee character, right? That really just fits the style, doesn't overwhelm, but you're
Right.
just like, yeah, that's coffee beer, right? This one to me is like that's a great use of coffee in the brewing,
Yeah.
but is it the star?
See, and I like to taste coffee and beer. I don't like
Yeah.
to lose the beer.
For
I
sure.
just don't want to just taste all coffee.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this is where we'll have some fun
Yeah.
over there. Yeah.
bit of arguments.
But I will say our guest judge gets tiebreaker votes as well too, right? Like
That's
it's
fair.
it's your house, so your rules at the end of the day. Okay. Next up.
We
Thank you.
a golden stout with coffee, lactose, and carob. Carob?
Carob.
Carob.
What is carob?
Shouldn't I say
Can
that?
we get a quick definition on carob?
Chocolate flavor.
Like
Mint?
plant?
Plant.
Carob is like a.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
So
Golden
many new
stout.
things.
Well, we got coffee on this
coffee.
one.
Oh wow. Definitely not looking for it on the aromatics.
I would say this is usually our roastiest
Yes,
aromatic
yeah,
thus
for
far,
sure,
right?
for
Like
sure.
pure roast.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't think I would have known it's a beer just by like the aromatics I'm picking up on it. I'd be like, oh, this is a lovely coffee I'm about to have.
Okay, so if
like
this
a
were a
dark roast.
competition on just the one that smells the most coffee,
Right
this
now.
is easily the
Right
front
now.
runner so far.
Vanilla. Doesn't say it has vanilla, does it?
Maybe it's from the
Lactose?
lactose.
Get the lactose for sure, that sweetness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Start us off, Alicia. What do you think?
I quite like it. Like them all. No.
all
I
been very
am finding, like aromatic wise, very strong with the coffee, but it's almost, say, kind of like a French vanilla that has a lot more coffee, less vanilla in it. The flavor profile to me is quite sweet, but not in a overpowering dessert sort of way. And I'm finding it's quite well balanced with the aromatics again. So what I'm smelling is sort of what I'm also tasting. I am surprised it's a stout.
That's a lot of things.
It's doing a lot of things.
Yep.
It's sweet. That's where I think it loses me a little bit, is in the sweetness. But I think that's just a me personal, how I like my coffee, and beer is not sweet. So
You drink it black, don't you?
I agree. So I was going into tasting this. I was a little bit worried, like because the aromatics were so
So
intense.
strong,
Was
yeah.
it going to be overpowering
Yeah.
when we tasted it? And it's not.
It's not, no.
Right? Like it. I would say, like the coffee notes kind of, like they settle down a little bit, right? When you
Yep.
taste it. I agree, like the lactose is distinctive, maybe a slightly heavy hand. Maybe this person just likes sweeter beer, right?
Yeah.
But that's, I guess, to each their own on that style. But I think in terms of checking off the box, we're making a coffee-based beer. It's 100%.
Yeah.
And for me, like, there's a time and occasion for each beer. This is a dessert beer all day long, right? Not one that I'm just going to crush multiple pints of, but pair it up with something sweet and tasty for dessert, and you're going to really enjoy it.
Yep.
Well done.
Yeah.
And carob. How many more things are we going to learn
today.
Cascara and carob. There's got to be one more thing that starts with a C.
There's got to be.
Yeah, the 3 C's.
The 3 C's
of the Iron Brewer.
3 C's of Iron Brewing.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we are having a white stout.
Are we sure it's a white stout?
Well, that is. I don't know.
We've got a beautiful
Oh, there's
amber
our
in front of us. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So this is described as bourbon oak chips soaked in coffee, stripped vanilla beans, toasted coconut with cocoa nibs, and espresso.
Wow.
Bourbon oak chips soaked in coffee with vanilla beans, toasted coconut, cocoa nib. Okay.
Interesting. I'm curious to smell and taste this one.
Now, I don't know if we want to call this a white stout, right? I think this looks
For
like a very nice
stout.
amber to me, right?
Yeah. Ooh, you smell that bourbon.
Yeah, you certainly can.
I like bourbon, so this appeals to me. So.
Bourbons are lovely.
I get bourbon and oak on the nose. I don't get a ton of coffee on the nose. All right, coconut. Maybe a bit of coconut on the nose too.
I find the aromatics very delicate. Like, I'm really having to get in there and take my time because they're soft.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I mean,
That's a good way to describe it.
yeah.
Yeah,
quite.
like I got like bourbon and oak right off the bat, and then like as you smell more, you get a little bit more of that toasted coconut kind of happening.
So we get the oak, we get the bourbon, we get the coconut. I don't know about the coffee though.
Not on
really
the nose.
getting
Not on the nose.
No, right. Have you tasted it? Is this
Yeah.
okay?
That's delicious.
It is very good.
It's very good. Like I find it balanced with. I get bourbon, I get coconut. I'm not 100% whether or not I'm getting the espresso piece is where I guess
I'm not really
struggling.
getting the coffee note, but this is definitely a delicious beer. I wouldn't recommend drinking a whole ton at one time of
It's
this.
very boozy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't know what the final alcohol was on this, but I think the bourbon is what is giving it that character,
That character,
right?
yeah.
Which is kind of interesting because the aromatics are really light and delicate, but when you drink it, that's that's more of that potency kind of like bourbon. So fun to drink, low carb, and
It is
I think
low carb, yeah.
we get everything that the brewer intended
Yeah.
with his ingredients, but the one that is kind of, I guess,
Not standing out
Is
is
the
the coffee.
Yes,
Yeah, like
exactly.
I get all the rest of it, just not having
so fun beer.
Oh, yeah.
And again, creative points, but probably just looking for more coffee character.
Yeah, it's very good. I enjoy that a lot.
Super tasty. Super tasty is the new.
Super tasty is the new crushable. I need more water.
Ah,
Is that 7?
that is 7.
morning. Good.
I am good, thank you. I can't believe we're halfway through. Like, this is wild.
Alrighty.
Doing well.
Right. Thank you. All right, so we are about to have a red ale. Red ale with cowboy style cold brew.
Cowboy style. What do we think cowboy style means?
I would assume it's like a percolator or like some such thing like coffee, like on a fire.
Okay.
That's what I would. I don't know idea.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Like or some such thing.
Roasted
or
on
like
a campfire?
yeah, 100%. You could
That
have done
is-
roasted beans on the campfire, and then maybe they had some green beans that they roasted,
That's true.
Okay.
and then they did some cold brew with it. I don't know.
All right. So we're a little
Would
hazy.
you like to Google what cold cowboy style is? The official definition?
I like what I'm smelling right away.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh yeah, that smells coffee.
So for our viewers, this is like definitely a hazy character to
Yeah,
it,
not-
comparatively to a few of our others, but
Still pretty clear, but
it's got a little bit of sediment in my.
maybe yours. That's just
Bottle.
yours.
Oh yeah, maybe I just got the bottom of the
You
barrel.
got the
Oh yeah,
bottom.
you're definitely. I got the bottom of the barrel. Okay, all
I'm
right.
like, I don't know what you're talking about. Mine's pretty clear.
AI defines cowboy style as boiling coarsely ground coffee directly in water over a fire without
There
a
you
filter.
See?
Oh,
There you go.
wow.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Learning so many new things.
All right.
Quite interesting. In a good way. I would say out of all the styles that we've had today, to me this one is more like drinking a dark black roast coffee with not a lot of other additives.
Well, your red ale is going to have that anyway with some of that malt that you're using in it.
I think this is a smart style choice for coffee, right? Again, talking about those complementary characters, a darker red like this. Everything is mingling well together from a flavor profile, and I think the coffee is still like
Oh, yeah.
very, very distinctive, right? Obviously, you used like a medium to a dark roast.
Yeah. I'm
So this
trying to
one's
decide
checking
if
off
I'm
boxes
getting-
for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I'm getting like a teeny bit of astringency in there, but it's not like, again, it could be the style of the beer because like red's gonna have that bit of a
Yeah.
It's true.
bite.
And that'll be fun when we get to like our ranking of the top 5. That might be the difference between a couple of these, right? Are
Yeah.
those finer details? But for checking off the
Yep.
coffee character
Yep,
and a well-made
definitely
beer
has
that
that.
complements it,
Yep.
this one's really solid in my personal opinion.
Yep, agreed. Yep.
Okay, well done. Ready for the next?
I'm enjoying all the pretty colors.
I know,
Yes.
right? Yep, it's got a nice hue to it too. The head kind of died, but
Yeah,
That was 8.
that is.
Just start reaching further here.
Uh-oh.
Good thing you got the tall guy in.
Thank you. We are having English Dark Mild and English Dark Mild naturally processed coffee.
Naturally processed. What do you think they mean by that?
that just means that the fruit has dried on the bean
Okay.
and it hasn't been like washed. And, like,
I'm so glad that you're here today. Like, it is great having
What would
a
we
coffee
do without Shorta?
Learning so much about coffee say.
Or I'm just like glowing. I'm just making stuff up anyway.
You could, I believe it. Yeah.
You're invited
As long as you say it confidently.
I'm confidently telling you.
English mild. Okay. This is a nice looking beer again.
It is. Mine, maybe I got the bottom this time. I'm lacking a little clarity, but it's
Yeah, okay.
darker.
I think we're pretty close
Yeah.
in these, but yeah, okay.
A little bit of haze. Ooh. I am smelling coffee.
A little bit of sweetness almost.
Almost smells a little green. No?
We'll start us off.
I have a t-shirt.
It is. Well, I quite like this. I mean, I've liked them all so far, but what I find interesting about this is I'm getting a little bit of sweetness. I'm not quite sure what type for the aromatics, but the body and the taste, it's a little bit creamier than I think I would normally have from a dark mild, and a little bit of sweetness. It's not off-putting, but quite well balanced.
Georgia?
I'm finding the cherry of the coffee to be the predominant flavor that I'm getting, and I'm undecided about it pairing with the mild. But that's. Yeah.
I think we can
The
all
flavor?
agree we got a really good base beer here.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
very good.
coffee aromatics are distinctive. They are full, darker roast character on the aromatics, but you're right. Like you're getting some of those brighter cherry notes, which again, it could be those esters from the English yeast strain
Yeah.
that I enjoy for sure. I think I wouldn't have that would not have been my first choice to do English style beers with coffee, but now that we've had a couple, I'm like, yeah, I mean this is fun. This is tasty.
Yeah.
I think this is quality.
Yeah.
Very solid beer. I think this is going to be this is going to be an interesting one, right? This could make the 5. We'll see how we go,
We'll see.
but it's going to be tough. Like
We still have all the dark
God.
stuff.
yeah,
So hard. Everyone's a winner this year.
Yeah.
but yeah, just getting granular. You still get that little bit of astringency that we've picked up on a few, that drying effect as it sits on your tongue a little bit longer. But again, I think with each of the more coffee prominent beers, we've seen that for the most part. So I think again, well executed beer, well done to the brewer.
Yep.
Well, we got a rich one here by the looks of it,
Getting darker.
or at least our eyes are telling it is.
Thank you. All right, we are about to have an American porter, basic coffee porter with a little vanilla.
Okay. Basic coffee. You didn't really sell us on the coffee that much, Brewer. Come on, you can do better. Is this Folgers in your cup?
This is Folgers in your cup. No.
I don't get a ton of coffee notes, but
I'm getting that peppery note almost that I typically get when I
Getting a zesty note.
yeah,
Almost.
yeah, which is interesting. Like almost the head's lovely. Like it's a nice.
It's a nice looking beer.
Yeah, I get like a zestiness. Ooh, I almost called that.
Yeah, to me, it's the zestiness. I almost always pick it up as a black pepper,
Oh,
but that is just what my brain associates.
Yeah, you
with
go
zesty.
you go from kind of like spicier to peppery, right? You associate the two together. Yeah.
I was expecting more for like a porter, more roasted malt on my tongue. I don't know if it's like the addition of the vanilla that's messing with that for me, but
I'm not quite getting. I mean, it does say a little with a little vanilla, so I'm not quite picking up on the vanilla.
Okay, so I think the base beer here, if we were to just start with that, like there's some good execution here for a few things, like clarity-wise, carbonation-wise.
Oh yeah.
head is lovely.
Like it, good handling techniques there. No signs of oxidation. I think some additional complexity to the grain. The grain mix would probably benefit, right? Because we're just not really getting those roastier, edgier,
Yeah.
distinctive notes that we're looking for. It's just tame is the way that I kind of put it, right?
Yeah.
I think there's some lingering alcohol, so maybe the fermentation temperature got a little bit hot on this one as well too. I don't know if they have temperature control or if this was just a higher gravity beer to start and it got a little bit warm. But I think that alcohol from the
Yeah.
yeast working maybe a little bit too hard
Yeah.
is shown a little bit. So that's the base beer. Like the coffee is not distinctive
Right.
to me, right? If I really want to look for it, move my tongue around in my mouth afterwards, it's like, yeah, I get some coffee there, but you know, in terms of like the pungency, the forwardness that we've seen from a few other beers, you know, I wouldn't describe it as being a coffee beer. It's just like, okay, they've got a nice, you know, sessionable porter here to start. So again, a lot of pros in this beer,
Oh, yeah.
and hopefully just some suggestions, right, to take that beer to the next level. But well done.
Solid beer.
I should have eaten breakfast.
Should have eaten breakfast.
We failed on the cracker front too.
Oh, I have chips. I can get you some tortilla chips. Trying to decide if my palate's getting burnt out. Or not.
Yeah.
Staying on the dark train.
Stout.
I'm gonna guess the rest are gonna be black like this, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to get the palate thing.
Yeah,
There's,
for
three-
sure.
Thank you.
All right, so we are going to have a stout with no notes.
Cool.
Okay.
Bland.
Smells like a stout.
Yeah.
Back to that nib character that we had from another
Yeah,
beer,
that
right?
cherry. Yeah.
Big cherry nib on this one. Whoa, like delicious cherry nib.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, especially as like if you
I'm not getting a lot in the way of coffee notes, but definitely
but
the
maybe the
nib.
coffee that they use has that.
For cherry, I love cherry nib.
Oh,
One of my
yes.
favorite candies, and like
Oh,
this
gosh.
is as good as it gets for a cherry nib. We need more roast in there, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
more color, more roast character, right? So I don't think that's as important for this, right? But if that's what you were desiring, or if you want to call it that, then just throw an extra 3 to 5% roast barley in there, and you probably get there,
Probably
right?
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is going to be difficult.
Okay, 2 more to go. I hope you're making stars along the way. Like I think we're
I'm
gonna
making small notes. I'm making small notes.
We'll have to do a nomination process. I've got an idea how we'll do this
All right.
eventually, but these notes will help.
We'll have a timeout. We'll put that on timeout, right?
We can have a timeout.
right.
Okay, this is nice. Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah.
All
See,
right.
This
so
is more of the head color I'm
the-
looking for.
More classic to the stout. So this is a stout, coffee, chocolate stout, eloquent description deleted by Ken.
I don't know what that means.
That's the challenge when you have an unlocked spreadsheet, is somebody can go and accidentally delete something and then not put it back. So I'm
no.
guessing that's what happened to
A
this.
little technical
brewer's-
difficulty.
Yeah.
Sadness.
All right.
All right. So I mean, to me, this is the most obvious style choice when
Yeah.
you're doing
Yeah.
coffee, right? Is a
Yeah,
chocolate
chocolate, yeah.
coffee stout.
Yeah.
So
We have one on the board now.
yeah, we have one on the board. Like,
Ours is a milk stout, not a chocolate stout.
It is delicious.
I've got expectation for this one, though, right? Because like this is quite safe for
This
style.
is a very safe style.
Yep. But let's see how they do.
It's not a punch in the nose for the coffee smell, but I do get it on the nose for sure. Yep.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's definitely
It's
there.
definitely there.
Yeah. Definitely get a roasty chocolate, more like a baker's chocolate sort of taste. Creamy.
Yeah. I like this. It's nice and balanced. I get the chocolate, I get coffee, I get the roastedness from the malt, which I'm looking for, and stout.
Yeah, they did it. I mean, at the end of the day, again, I said I would have a higher standard for like picking the safest, most obvious style
Yep,
choice,
but
right?
this
But
is- They executed it very well.
they met it, right? Good base beer. I like the aromatic, like, no, I mean, I like the intensity level, right? It's not as powerful as some of the other ones, but
No,
it's
but
clear,
you
it's
can,
distinct, it's
you
fresh.
can get the coffee, you can get the, yeah.
Yep. The palate, like it's roast, right? Like, I mean, that's, I think what, to me, I look for in like a true coffee roast stout is that distinctive character, and it is going to push the boundary for stringency because
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, they haven't gone off the cliff on it. It's nice and dry as well too, but it's got body.
Yeah.
Like
It really does.
I don't know what this beer would have started at, but I mean, I think I'd guess this is around a 6% beer probably. It's not light.
No, it's not light.
No.
But you're not getting like overwhelming alcohol either. So.
Oh gosh.
I like it a lot.
It is tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well done.
Okay, nice job, Brewer.
Uh-oh.
We're done? Oh boy. Oh yeah.
It's like, I can't count now. I've had too many samples.
choice. Take a intermission if you want.
Intermission. Intermission.
Okay. You need an intermittent. Well, we should try to narrow down our beers while they're fresh in our heads, and
Yep.
then we can step away and do the final pouring after
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
the intermission.
Yeah. Well, are you doing it? Are you telling the final ones in like on camera, or
Yeah.
that's my question? Yeah.
You can see our
Actually?
process for
Oh, boy.
deliberation.
Okay.
If that's fair.
Okay.
We're transparent here, right?
For our last
Mocha mole stout.
mocha mole stout, yeah?
Mocha mole?
Mole. Like M-O-L-E.
Okay.
And
And it is a cold brewed espresso, coca, vanilla, cinnamon, and habanero.
Habanero. Okay.
Interesting.
That's yeah. I mean that sounds appealing to me, but spicy character that could be fun.
our head retention is not quite there. It goes
It is
away
true.
quick. Goes away quick.
Mine's not bad. I mean,
get vanilla.
Getting a slight hint of the habanero. I'm excited for this one. I think it could work because you can get a lot of chocolate,
I
like
am
spicy
hoping
chocolate
that the
bars.
vanilla doesn't dominate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Vanilla, I find to be that.
I agree.
flavor
That's the
dominates.
first thing is the vanilla,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then like I get that habanero character, a little bit of green, and then there's chocolate too. Like they're actually all
Yeah.
like
But
fairly
do you get
prominent.
coffee?
Coffee? Well, I mean, the arguable that the chocolate could be the coffee character, right? But
I get more like milk chocolate. Like I get more of that instead of like a coffee chocolate flavor or a smell. Does that make sense? I
Yeah.
haven't
That does make
tasted it yet.
sense.
well, from an aromatic standpoint, well done. You got three like distinctive complexities to this, right? I'm sure we could find others if we really wanted to dig, but that's a good start. But yeah, let's see what that tastes like. Ooh, there's the habanero.
That's interesting. Oh, I
You know, spicy beer was our category 3 years ago. That's where you wanted this beer.
Wow, that is overpowering.
That's what, sorry?
Overpowering almost to the palate on that one.
It's lingering.
It's lingering.
like you're
Like I love, like this is like if you told me this was like a habanero, like it, but finding the coffee with the habanero is hard.
I'm getting a sweet punch of vanilla up front on the flavor, and then the lingering habanero after.
Yeah. Yes.
I think
Like I do get that sweet vanilla. I'm missing like the smell. I thought I was gonna have a lot more chocolate in it. Yeah.
This thing just tickles your mouth. This is a fun one. Like I
is
swear,
fun.
I will start sweating in a little bit off of this. Like it's got some
Yeah.
heat to it.
Yeah.
I love spicy things, and
Yeah.
like this isn't super spicy to me, but
Me
yeah,
too.
it lingers.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a nice slow burn, but it's still like it's medium intensity, if not more. Yeah, if
Alright.
you were to watch me drink this whole thing, I would probably have a slow bead coming down my face by the end of it.
Yeah.
But spicy beer was our category, ironically, 4 years ago.
Oh,
That year
wow,
we only
gosh.
got 3 entries. Yeah, so we're like
wow.
we're never doing spicy beer again. But I will say first and foremost, props to the brewer for making, I would say, like the most creative beer
That
out of the
is
mix,
super.
the most ambitious beer out of the mix.
Oh gosh.
And it's fun. Like it's well executed. I'm enjoying drinking it. I don't know how much more I can do before I have to taste the rest of these.
Yeah.
But if spicy beer were the category, you would have nailed it 100%. And again, the question is just like, where's the coffee in it, right?
Yeah.
I think it's there, but the spiciness has stolen the
I
show.
think some others are like, yeah, more coffee forward.
Mm-hmm.
But this was like for spiciness, it's good. There's no flaws in the beer at all.
That's right.
You told me there would be flaws in these beers.
I thought there might be. I am.
She prepped me and she was like, "You're gonna have flaws in the beers," and there's been none. Like,
I am really impressed.
I am so impressed.
with
like absolutely so impressed
Agreed.
across the board.
Oh
These
yeah.
have been
Oh
great.
gosh. Like I would buy each one of these commercially and like hang out. They all have a different occasion, and they all might not necessarily be coffee forward, but they're all solid brews. This is gonna be hard.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we will try to do. We have 14 beers total, and
do.
our goal is to get it down to 5 that we pick unanimously. So what we will try to start is I would like each of you to pick your 7 top beers.
7.
7.
Okay, so
and then
half.
we are going to look for those beers that have more than 1 vote. Okay? So as soon as we have 2, it's like, yeah, there's consistency there. So
Alright.
just start. Let's take 2 minutes. Don't have to rush it. But go through your list and pick out the 7 that you would move forward.
I do it by number or can I do it by, how do you want me to do this?
Do it in the order that we drank them,
Okay,
right?
so by number? Okay.
I'm still getting a kick of habanero.
I know, right? Cleanse it off with some lager. Get that sweet lager in you, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll help get it off.
Gosh, this is so hard. That's okay. I wrote down 7.
Do I have to have 7?
No.
Do I have to have 7?
Pardon me?
I have 5. Do you want me to bump it up?
Try to get one more because
Okay.
I might not have the same 5 as you, right? If we both have the same 5, it's perfect. But if we don't, then we got to see what Alicia has and if there's a tiebreaker.
Fine.
Okay.
All right.
You got yours?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a format for us.
You got a format? I like that.
I should have taken better notes.
Okay, so you've got the 7 that you would. narrow-
Yeah.
7, your 7,
7,
coffee
yep,
favorite
yep,
beers. Okay,
yep.
all right. So I'm going to take a tally. We're going to go through each from 1 to 14,
Sure.
and we're going to see how many votes that beer received for the top 7.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll
Okay.
start with number 1, which was the session lager. Who voted for the session lager to
I
make it through?
did.
Okay,
All 3.
there
Look
you go.
at that.
3 votes for that one, so that looks like it'll clearly go through. Okay, the second beer was the Coffee and Hops Blonde.
I did not pick that.
Not that one, okay. Number 3 was the
Kolsch.
Kolsch.
Yellow, light, and
No
drinkable.
votes for the Kolsch, okay. The 4th one was the Cascara Coffee
The
With-
English Golden Ale.
and the English Golden Ale. Did we have any votes for that?
I
Okay.
did not.
The 5th beer is the Vienna Lager with coffee.
Yes.
Yes.
I've got a vote for that as well too. Good track
Wow.
so
All
far.
right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did vote for the Cascara as my 7th
you
vote.
did.
So
Okay.
I'll,
That's okay.
I'll put that in. But I don't think that'll make a difference, but I did circle that as one of the 7. So Cascara Coffee, your extra effort paid off on me. You got a note. Number 6 was the Lactose Sweet White Stout.
Yes.
Golden Stout.
Yeah.
I voted for that.
Okay, the 2 of you voted that. Okay. The next was number 7, the Bourbon Oak Chip
The white
soaked coffee beer.
I voted for that
I
one
did
just
vote for
because
that.
it was.
Both of you voted?
Yep.
It
Okay,
was
we got
creative.
2 votes
It was
for that.
creative and fun.
Okay. Number 8 was the Red Ale with the Cowboy Style Cold Brew.
Yes.
I voted for that.
Yep.
Okay, we got 3 votes for that. Number 9 was the English Mild Dark Naturally Processed Coffee. I voted for that.
Me too.
We got 2 votes. Okay.
Because you made me do another song.
Because
You guys what?
You made me do 2 more.
Okay. Number 10 was the
American
porter. Yeah, the basic coffee porter with a little
Yeah.
vanilla. Any
Yeah.
votes? Okay. Number 11 was
Stout.
stout, no notes.
the stout with no notes.
Cherry nib aroma.
I did vote for the cherry nib. I couldn't get
That's
that.
fair.
Like, I love cherry nib too much. But I was going vote. Okay. Number 12 was the tiramisu
Oatmeal. Yeah, the
oatmeal
oatmeal
stout.
stout.
Any votes for that? Okay. Number 13 was the coffee chocolate stout.
Yeah.
We got 3 votes for that. Okay.
With the eloquent description deleted by Ken.
Yeah. Yes. And the last beer was the spicy beer, as
And
best described.
I put a vote for it just because it's so creative.
Okay, you give it a vote?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Honorable mention, we'll call it. Just
Yeah.
spicy.
Spicy. It's still lingering.
It was still there.
3, 4. Okay, so we have 4 beers that receive all 3 of us move forward. That is, and stewards, could I get you just to separate these bottles for us? So we have the first beer, which was the session lager with the Ethiopian coffee beans. Specialty lager?
Special, not a session.
Oh, sorry, I called
specialty
it that because
lager.
you told me it was 3%. Yeah, I came up with that just because it was. I remember.
I wrote down light lager.
Yeah.
1.
Okay, and then the 5th beer, the Vienna Lager with coffee. The 8th beer was the red ale. The 13th beer was the stout. So then we had 1, 2, 3. We had 3 beers that received 2 votes each. That was number 6, 7, and 9.
Yep.
So let's just look at those real quick.
So
6, 7,
6 was the golden stout,
Okay.
Yep.
and 9 was the English dark mild, and 7 was the white stout with the bourbon and all the fun things.
Okay.
Yeah, all the fun things.
So we can do one of 2 things. Either try to agree upon one to move forward out of that 3, or we can just pour all 3 again and have a fresh taste of them and see where they rank it.
And then have that one move on,
Or I mean, we could just consider them 5th, 6th, and 7th place beers type thing, or maybe they move up. And okay, so out of those 3 beers, were any of them like a top 3 beer in either of yours kind of
for me,
category?
The 9 and 7 were my 6th and 7th choice.
9 and 7. Okay,
Were
how
my
about
6
you
and-
for
yeah.
you?
Oh
Elizabeth?
gosh.
Not in any particular order.
Yeah, I honestly I just went through and was like, I like this one, this one, this one, this one.
Okay.
But I would. Oh gosh, I
So,
don't even know.
I'll just rephrase. Are any of those 3 that we just talked about, would you consider them top 3 beers that we want to spend more time on to make sure that they're gold, silver, or bronze?
I think the golden stout met the criterion the best out of those 3.
Okay.
But that's my.
I can get on board with that.
That's just my,
Yeah.
because like
Okay.
9 had more cherry and had that little bit of astringency and like had that green coffee smell happening.
Okay.
And 7 was the white stout, which was super fun, and I liked it just because it was very different.
Yeah.
But that was the bourbon and the oak and then the coconut, so it was fun. But does it have coffee as the star?
Yep.
I don't know,
I
but-
completely agree. Okay, so what I propose then is we'll bring the sweet white stout forward just because of like its coffee. I mean
Sure.
that is one step above in terms of the coffee profile compared to the other 2.
For
And,
the golden stout or the sweet or the white stout?
Number 6, right?
Number
Is
6.
the
That's
one
the golden stout.
That's the golden stout.
That's the golden
Yeah,
stout.
this is
Okay.
the golden
This
stout,
white stout was the coconut.
and this is the one with the bourbon.
Okay. All right.
Golden
So,
stout, white stout.
and
yes.
those were the 2. Yeah, I'm perfectly good with that. As saying that those are the top 5 that we want to reevaluate. So, do you want to go over that one more time?
Yes.
Okay.
Go over that
So
one
we
more time.
have.
I had a lot of beer this morning.
For all the viewers out there, are we clear?
Okay, so
We don't know what we're doing.
we've got number 1, the
Yeah.
lager. We've got number 5, the Vienna lager.
Yes.
We've got number 6 now, which is the
golden stout.
white stout.
Golden stout.
We've got number 8, the red ale.
It's a golden stout.
Yes.
Yes.
And we've got number 13, the stout.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, we're good with that?
We're good with
Okay, great.
I'm
So
happy with that.
short break while we
Yeah.
just clean this up real quick, and you can do whatever you need to do, and then back in 5 minutes or less?
that. Yep.
Okay, sounds good. We are back. I want to start by one more thank you to our hosts, Endeavor Brewing. You guys have been fantastic. Your brewery is awesome. Your tap room is even better, right? So if you guys haven't been down here before, come check it out. You've got, what, like 14 different beers on tap, I think I saw? Sounds about right. And their coffee, I'm stealing some. No, I'm not stealing some. I will be purchasing some to take home after this has inspired me today. So thank you again for hosting us.
No problem.
It's time to decide who takes this home next, the honorary Iron Brewer Award, who's also going to receive a prize from Endeavor Brewing. So thank you again for that. And our format is going to be to evaluate our top 5 beers, and we're going to try to narrow it down. So let's start by retasting, and I will think of a great way of us deciding the winner in the time that we taste all 5. Okay.
Perfect.
We'll start at the light again.
Yeah.
So, in case you missed it, the first beer that was selected for our finalists was the specialty lager. Okay, and the notes on that beer were.
It was
go ahead, Alicia.
smooth 3% light lager, Ethiopian light roast coffee, lactose spices, and amaretto syrup.
I don't think we knew those details the
We
first time
did
tasted it,
not.
right?
We
did.
went blind. I am quite surprised that it's a 3% beer.
It's the body that
Yeah,
does it,
I
right?
think it's like that's the lactose and the amaretto that's adding that bit of body to it.
But it doesn't come off like sweet though, or cloying. Like it.
No.
But I completely agree with what you mean, right? It's like this is not a 3% beer, but. The fresh bottle is really good. Like the carbonation is so crisp on this
Yeah.
beer, which, when you're playing with some adjuncts, isn't always easy to do as well too, right? Over carbonation, under, as it sits in the bottle. So I don't know if this was just packaged. I heard from some brewers they were packaging last night or maybe even this morning. So maybe that helps. But at the same time, again, from like an execution on this lager, it is beautifully
clean is
clear
everything,
and it is crisp and clean. And I mean, it's in our final 5 for a reason because it's got coffee as well too. I think coming back to it now, having tasted all the other beers, like it is not as prominent or
forward, yeah.
distinctive forward as some of the others. But again, like it's maybe an extra brownie point or two for going with a more challenging style like a lager to balance it, which they achieve very, very nicely.
That's true. I find with the commercial lagers, a lot of times you'll end up with that green apple note,
Yeah.
and there's none of that. Like I'm not getting any of the apple characteristics that you can have for the style. I'm really impressed that it's a 3% beer and it has body.
Anything to add, Georgia?
No, I would agree that like, yeah, it's a very good beer. It's in the top 5 for a definite reason. But coming back to it, whether or not the coffee is as predominant, it sure was when the first one that being the first one that we tried for sure. But I'm curious to see where the rest of this goes.
Okay, sounds good. Ready for the next one, the Vienna Lager?
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, the notes on this one: Vienna lager with a splash of Hogarth coffee malt and coffee.
Oh yeah, this is the one with the cherry. I still like this one a lot. The coffee comes out quite lovely.
I think the coffee is definitely more prominent in this one than it was in the
Vienna.
previous one that we
They're
just
in
had.
the light lager for sure.
Not on the aromatics for me, but on the flavor profile, yes. And I guess for me, it's like the aromatics in this are more that cherry, right? Which you don't
Yeah.
instantly go to the coffee, but could it be coffee contributing to that? Absolutely. But I think the flavors on this beer are just so good, right? Like they're rich, they're bready, it's fresh malt being used. Like it's clearly a great Vienna lager that is taken up a level with some coffee additions, right?
Yep.
Not overpowering, but there.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of astringency. I'm not turned
Yeah,
off.
it
I'm
has
not
that
turned
little
off at
bit,
all.
but again, that can be the style of the beer. It can be all sorts of things. So.
Okay, I like that beer a lot.
It's good. All right, so
Golden stout.
next one, Golden Stout.
Oh yeah,
That was the
punch in the
coffee,
nose.
lactose, and carob.
Okay.
This was the punch in the
Yeah.
nose on the.
This is
smell.
the
Yeah.
punch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the one that stood out the most as like the most
Yep.
intense
Yeah,
aromatic?
very
and
coffee
solvent?
on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd be curious to learn the technique that this brewer used for
So
their
much aromatic.
coffee addition, whether it was dry beaning or just like an addition at kegging. But I would assume it was something specifically on the cold side.
Yeah.
But
to get that coffee.
if you want to know how to get intense notes of
Talk to
coffee, you
this
need to ask this brewer because
And I think maybe that's like pushing this one forward into our top, because if we're asking, like internally asking ourselves, hey, how did they come up with this technique?
yeah. But again, what was interesting about this beer is you don't get that punch in the face when you taste it. Like it's very approachable. Like the sweetness, I think maybe combats that in a good way. It's still not cloying and
Yeah.
not overpowering.
Yeah.
But I remember what I thought the first time
The
round
sweet
on this
taste,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
And punchy nose.
They're all quite lovely. Like this is a pro.
Yeah, well, in your
Picking
head,
apart, yeah.
I hope you're starting to think about like 1, 2, 3, right? Because that's where we need to get to. For me, I'm not going to share it until the end, but I've got my 1, 2, 3 out of this, and we'll see if these other two. I'm sure the last two will screw that up though, because I don't think they'll very good too. So we'll.
Oh gosh.
We'll
All
try
right.
from
So
there.
our next one is
Red ale.
red ale, and red ale with cowboy style cold brew.
Oh yeah.
The cowboy beer.
Good Alberta beer.
The coffee on the nose is there. The coffee and the taste is there. Don't get like any astringency, anything like that happening.
So this might be my favorite base beer, but the coffee is obviously like very naturally complementing as well too.
Yeah.
Like rich, full flavored, great level of intensity. To nitpick, like I mean we're on the low carb for this. Maybe you can handle a little bit more, but for the style, I don't mind it. I think it's fine. What kind of stands out from comparatively other, we don't have any head retention.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that is the oils in the coffee contributing due to the technique, or if maybe they just weren't using any malts or adjuncts that would have helped, but maybe some chip malt or some carapils in the future if you want to give it. To me, if that's had that beautiful, like velvety, pillowy head on it, then like I would have a hard time in saying like, how do you make this beer better, right?
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
me, that's like the only constructive critique on this beer is like, how do you get some head retention into this? And again, maybe it's the coffee is the
It
challenge in this.
Likely is.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Anything else to add to this one?
Another solid brew.
Yeah. Very, very good.
All right, and our final one is the stout. That was coffee chocolate stout.
Right. With the rest of it.
Yeah, with everything deleted by Ken.
And just for a representation, it is possible, right? Even using coffee, like we've got, here's your head retention comparison side by side versus the two. So you check that box off and man, you have a 40 plus scoring BJCP beer there for sure.
This one I get like the chocolate, the coffee, like it's just a nice, well-balanced beer.
It's delicious. They're all delicious.
Okay, what we're going to try to do next is narrow down to our top three. So we're going to try to eliminate two based on the group consensus. So what I'd like you to do next is pick your top three, and then we'll do the same process we did last time.
Done.
Okay. Who had the lager as a top three?
I did.
Okay. Who had the Vienna lager as a top three? Who had the white stout as a top three? Just you, okay.
I'm like totally different than
And the red? Two. And the stout. Okay, great. Okay, so the stout is clearly ahead as a top three. And we had 2 votes for the Vienna lager, and we had 2 votes for
The red.
the red. So
Sorry, Alicia.
sorry to
No,
say,
it's
but
all
We
good.
outnumbered you.
I can get on board with the Vienna lager.
okay. So we have our final 3 in the stout, the Vienna
All
lager, and the red ale. So well done to these brewers. And now we have the difficult task of trying to order them and pick a clear winner. So I'll let you retaste quickly here, gather your thoughts. But our goal
Then
next
our
will be to probably pick the 3rd place beer. Okay?
Again, keeping in mind that we are going for coffee forward, right?
Yes, that's a great point, right? The purpose of this challenge was not to make the best beer; it was to make,
Coffee,
showcase,
yeah. Showcase
star
coffee, yeah.
the coffee. Okay, would anybody like to propose a clear winner to start? Okay,
I really like the red.
I am on board with that.
the red?
Yep.
Okay, well,
That is my.
that is unanimous. 'Cause
Oh yeah, that
to
was
me,
yours too.
yes, it
Yeah,
was.
okay.
So going back to the coffee, right? When you're
I'm
just
like,
like,
is anybody over here getting really excited?
when you smell this beer,
Yeah.
that's coffee immediately,
Yeah.
right? Like it is.
And like the taste is just
Oh,
there.
gosh,
and
it's-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we've discussed this beer enough, but it's like this is unanimously like, champion. So let's for bragging rights, let's figure out who was 2nd place and who was 3rd. So we've got the Vienna lager and we've got the stout. What was your 2nd place beer?
I would say my 2nd place is probably the stout.
Stout. Okay.
Yeah, that was mine too.
Okay. Mine was the Vienna, but
Okay.
very, very close.
All right,
but again,
yeah.
by process of democracy and just outnumbering me,
Okay,
like
okay.
yes,
Mine too.
I'm very happy for this
Yeah.
to be the second
Second.
place beer. And again, like in order, I mean, the only difference, both
Very
incredibly
good,
well
yeah.
executed beers. This one got a little more hypertension,
Oh,
but
gosh,
at the end of the
like-
day, more coffee.
And
Yeah, this one just had that chocolate note that it's a phenomenal beer. But when we're going like coffee as the predominant flavor,
Yeah,
yeah,
agreed.
yeah.
Did well.
Oh,
No
gosh.
arguing, no shouting, no punching each other under
Right?
the table.
I mean, if-
civilized.
we could start a fight if you want.
I agree with you. I'll let you win. Just kidding. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I'm going to thank our host one more time for helping us put on this event today.
fun.
Congratulations to our winners, and hope you enjoyed hanging out with us for the last couple hours. Well done to the brewers again.
Oh, they were all fantastic
So
beers.
good.
So
Oh,
good.
So good. So
Okay.
good.
Thank you, everybody.